Good evening, everybody. How are you guys? It's been a while. It's been a really long while. Lots of World Cup, lots of things going on, but here I am doing another video, and I feel like it is time to talk about the elephant in the room. It is time to talk about the LCS. Yeah, I feel like it's time to talk about North America as a whole and a region. Um, I need to tell you something. I need to tell everybody in the fans. How many people supported other regions other than the LCS, the LEC, the LPL, the LCKs of the world? How many people you supported that? Okay. How many people are supporting the LCS? If some of you say yes, great. I have no problem. But if some of you say no, I think you have a good reason for it. I need to say something about this. You are not a bad region. You are not a horrible region by any case. I get the criticism of your region not achieving the higher standards what everybody expected to you. I mean, your world was god awful by any stretch of the imagination. 3 of 15, 0 and 9 first week, not even get a single tower. It took like what Cloud9 over Fnatic to ever get that hump, and then Evil Jesus beating G2 to get those like 3 wins, and then 100 Thieves beat CTBC, and NA has not been an Eastern team, a Korea or a Chinese team within the diverse 2 weeks. It kind of feels like, you know, it's pretty horrible to be expected, and to have that horrible performance in front of your own fans, in front of everybody here in New York, and probably your own fans. It really feels like it feels frustrating. It feels like this is kind of like the straw that breaks the camel's back. I mean, imagine you, a fan, have been waiting 6 years for North America to finally get back to Worlds, and all of a sudden your North American team, your team, and probably most of your NA team did not perform well, and the only hope you have is Rogue. And look, this is no disrespect for Rogue, but imagine you're a North American fan, like supporting a European fan. That is not healthy. That is not healthy for you, for the brand, or anything like that. So it really puts North America in a really tough spot right now. When Double Lift mentioned on his stream that the LCS is dying, I was thinking like, it's just like laughing off, haha, silly stuff. But he does have a point. Maybe it's lack of storylines. Maybe it's lack of international success. Maybe it's like the, pretty good competition within themselves. To put this in perspective, the last time an LCS team made it to like a finals was 2019 MSI with Team Liquid over versus G2. That was 3 years ago. We had COVID, we had online era, but 3 years right now feels like a lot, and we're going to like year four since then. We haven't LCS had not made it a semifinal appearance since 2018 with Cloud9. So you can say from a 2018-19 perspective, it's been pretty okay-ish. It's been fine, but after that, it was kind of like it went literally downhill. And I don't think the LCS is dying as much. I mean, people might say that, just say like, look at the viewership. I mean, God, LCS has less viewership than CBLOL, which is the Brazilian league, and like probably less viewers than the LFL, which is the French league equivalent to the LEC, which is like the French or lower division, which is kind of more views, Mike. So it's pretty disturbing from a viewership standpoint that a minor region like LCS is gonna have those kind of numbers and match it up with those kind of performances. And then of course you have to talk about work ethic. Now Vulcan got into a spat with a lot of like a Twitter guy talking about work ethic and such. There was like people talking about scrim blocks and all those kind of things. So it makes me want to feel like that North America doesn't care about this. That North America doesn't have the energy to put up effort about this. And it really disturbs me. Like it really, really disturbs me as much. I'm an LEC fan, but looking at LCS right now, it just doesn't feel great. And here's the thing: the LCS have good people. I love some of the people in the LCS. Captain Flowers, Kobe, Freak, Azil, Tigris. You know, all these people are from the LCS is great. And the LCS brand as a whole have like new logo, um, pretty good production. I mean, the LCS themselves are pretty good. They're not the LEC great, but they are pretty decent. They're decent. They're really decent enough. They do Hotline League with Marks and probably sometimes Raz and Trevor. They do like lots of podcast. They have Emily Wang, of course. So the LCS people are really good. I love the LCS for for the people that they have. Their personality and their production rate is okay. The LCS are a fine region itself, but if your region cannot compete against the higher echelons, not saying to beat Europe, but to compete against the higher echelons of the LCKs or the LPL, then what are you? What are you to say about your region? It makes me feel a little bit sad because of it, because we laugh at LCS all the time. We laugh at them and point at them and say, haha, your region sucks. The whole EU versus NA rivalry. We have the upper hand. Like, we won MSI, we made finals, 2 finals in a row. We were on the upper echelon, but just look, but just looking down on North America, it just felt like, it felt so hollow. It felt so shallow. Like, your greatest rivalry, it's no longer a rivalry. It's just a whooping. It kind of reminds me of Michigan versus Ohio State. Michigan got beat by Ohio State all these years. Imagine if you're a Michigan fan seeing Ohio State beating you down all these years. It had to be so frustrated. It has to be so frustrated to the point that you can win all your games, all you want, but if you can't beat Ohio State, then the season is lost. Then last year they beat them, and then this year they just crushed them, and here they are probably at the same level of the Ohio State. And I just want the LCS to be like that. Probably not at the level of the LEC, but probably at the same level as well. And look, here's the thing. They have the talent. Look, they have the talent to compete and win. You see Jojo Pion, you see Vulcan, you see Inspired played well. 100 Thieves, okay, they're all right, but they're good. Cloud9 are okay. Team Liquid are okay. They have the talent to win. They have the talent and the staff and the staff to do it. But I think with the whole FTX thing, kind of like throw them really into a loop like this, and with all the managers cutting back their budget of spending, it makes you feel like it's gonna be a really difficult year for them. Now, the one thing I like to critique is the format. I look at the LEC format and it's kind of like, oh, it's unique. It's unique. Lots of matches, pretty much inventive. And a double elimination. It looks so cool. Look at the LCK. Oh my god, double elimination. Like, best of threes, also so cool. And look at the LPL, best of threes. Double elimination bracket, single elimination. Oh my god, it looks so cool. And I look at the LCS and I just like, you just do like 18 games and you got a double elimination and it feels so bleh. And then to top it all off, you decided to put it on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Why? I don't know. I think if you notice that many people watch NBA basketball on Thursdays for next year, so it's gonna be like, I am not sure if putting this thing on a Thursday is gonna be good for, the Eastern viewers. It's probably good for some Western viewers, but to put it on a work day, on a Wednesday, Thursday work day, when probably like many people going to work, even the diehard LCS fans will look at this and saying, why? And now I know what you're thinking. My goodness, the LCS is being pushed back by Valorant. Can you believe this? Well, no. First of all, it's not true. I don't think it's not true, but it makes you feel a little sick in your stomach, whether it's true or not, that the LCS, one of the most top premier leagues in all of League of Legends, the one that started off the franchise and the one that started off the whole league system in League from 2013 onwards. It's being pegged by a FPS game that is only like around what 3 years old right now. It feels awful. It feels absolutely awful for them. It feels awful for the players. It feels awful for the producers. It feels awful for the casters. It feels awful for everyone. And I don't know, man. I just want this region to be good. Do not win. I mean, look, listen. Forget about winning Worlds. Forget about winning MSI. Forget about winning anything. If you are an LCS fan, what do you expect for the LCS to do this next year? I think J said it. Your age is determined by your passion. And the older you get, the more passion you have. So I mean, for all the LCS fans, your age describes your passion for the LCS. How much passion do you want? How much do you want to invest the LCS? And I think this next year is going to determine how big the LCS can be this year. We have a new competition coming up. The format might change. So, it's going to be big for all the other regions, especially yours. And they have a new academy system coming up, which I'm gonna mention about it probably next video or something, but it is going to be a really, really weird year for the LCS as a whole. I mean, the LEC is already taking care of themselves with all the transfer rumors and everything. They're probably sealed the deal. 1 and 2 Sun is gonna be finished before then. The LCK are probably gonna be done. I mean, they're almost done. The LPL are kind of fine-ish. But the LCS right now, is going to be of how this region can manage themselves this year after the disaster that it is Worlds. Based on meta, based on the new changes that are going to come up, and the lineups they're going to be showing, this is going to be a really, really difficult year. I mean, look, just treat this like the USA in 2018. 2018 was a disaster. Everybody, it was a nightmare for them. And then 8 years later, here they are in a World Cup. Got out of groups, got kicked by Netherlands. But hey, you know what? They're gonna hold the tournament in 2026, and the future's bright. That's what I want from this region. Look, we do not ask for world championships. We don't ask for anything else. We just want them to be good, just to be good enough. 1 or 2 teams get out of groups, make a semifinal run, and then bring back the fate of North America as a whole. Because here's the thing: the first 10 years of League with the double lifts and the sneakies and the biofrosts of the world, that's gone. All right, you cannot get that back. You cannot get that kind of success back. You cannot get that thing and just say, hey, we might remember this era. We might get it back. No. That's gone. All right, that's gone. It's gone. It's gone forever. The first 10 years of the LCS were big, were huge, but now we are into the next 10 years of the LCS. And the next 10 years of the LCS will determine where this region goes. Because if this region does not do well, viewership, competitive wise, and everything, it's going to be in big trouble. Really, really big trouble. And I do not want that. I do not want to see Captain Flowers cast an LEC matchup. I do not want to see Kobe and Freak do like an LPL matchup. That would be criminal to me. And by the way, Freak has been to the LCS for all the LCS seasons. It's probably next one as well. So to have like the face of the LCS casting, it's gonna be weird. So I don't want that. I don't want that to happen to a region like the LCS where they got the talent, they got some money, but we want to see if they can do well. I just want to see the region do well. Which brings me to my next point. The roster themselves. I think I need to do something different with the roster. So the last video, I did the ranking system of the LEC squads from 1 to 5 and see what I think. And I done that, and I done it well. But in the spirit of the current times with the businesses and the cryptos and all those kind of stuff, without the trouble and everything, we're going to look at these squads, and I want to see if I can buy these squads or just sell them off, Also, if you like, sub, comment the video, that'll be great for the algorithm and everything like that. I'm just trying to get like, let's just call it 10 subscribers. We're up to this number. I wanted to get like this number before the end of the year. So if we can get like more than 5 subscribers, that'll be great. If we're not, well, I'm gonna keep coming and coming until, you know what, the cows come home. So according to our good old friend LEC Wooly, these are the confirmed squads and rumored of the LCS teams. Now how I'm gonna do this is to look at it. I will tell you the squad, and I will determine if I can go buy the squad or just sell them off. So, the first one is 100 Thieves. So the 100 Thieves roster is of Tenacity, Closer, Bjergsen, Double Lift, and Biso. Now, if you look at this, Tenacity was the academy player who was trying to replace someday in the top lane. And then you got Closer, pretty good jungler. I noticed that. He's an okay jungler, probably a Lee Sin, Viego specialist, of course, if the meta might change. But he's an okay jungler. And Biusio is a good support. No, I don't see much of his matches, but I heard he's a good support. But the two names that really jumped into my mind are Double Lift and Bjergsen. And trust me, I say this. Having those two names alone will buy as many shirts as you want. Which is not great because, you know, 100 Thieves are supposed to be this org that was not supposed to be a hoodies, and bringing Double Lift and Bjergsen is gonna buy a lot of hoodies. I just don't know about the mindset of some orgs. It's just, anyways. On paper, you might look at this and say, "Oh my God, Double Lift and Bjergsen, they're gonna win a lot of it. They're gonna win a split or two. My God, 100 Thieves could be the favorites to this, but." It doesn't even, I don't know if it matters too much. Double Lift has not played a game in like, what, 3 years right now. Bjergsen just come out of his most spit with his time with Team Liquid. The team itself looks okay. I mean, just having Double Lift and Bjergsen alone is incredible, but by itself, but the whole team as a whole, I mean, Tenacity, can he step up in a huge role filling in Sunday's shoes? Who's been a long time 100 Thief player in the top lane? Can he fill in his shoes? So there are a lot of questions to this team. I mean, you can look at Double Lift and Bjergsen saying, "Oh my God, this team is gonna do well," but there's a lot of questions and answers. So I have to sell this team. I have to, you know what? 100 Thieves, you're great, but it's time for me to sell this team and your hoodie and like get $5 out of it. So who cares? Golden Guardians, Liquish, River, Gory, Stixxay, Hui. Stixxay and Hui. Okay, that's fine. Hui's from the, by the way, he's from the 100 Thieves thing. So he's now back to the Golden Guardians. Yes, he's gone from Golden Guardians to 100 Thieves and now back to Golden Guardians. Who knew? And Gory is okay. River was not great, to be honest. And Licorice, I mean, he was a rookie back then in the 2018 squad, the Cloud9 squad. Now he's been there for what, 4 years? It'll be 4 years. It'll be like half a decade since his 2018 Cloud9 squad that made it to the semifinals. So I'm not sure if it has it. So I'm gonna probably sell this team. I'm not hopefully hype about this Golden Guardian squad. Maybe I'll be wrong, but this Golden Guardian squad, the exception of Hui, is just old and well reliable, but who knows? Evil Geniuses. Someday Inspired, Jojo, FBI, Vulcan. Okay, so they kept Jojo. That's good. They kept Inspired. That's good. They kept Vulcan. That's good. The two guys are from the top and bot is FBI and Someday. You know, two long word of the 100 Thieves championship teams. That's like 5 players who won championships. By the way, that's huge. Someday replacing Impact is pretty weird, I guess, because I think Impact was okay. Someday is kind of like a difference, so it's gonna be a really difficult transition to see if Someday can play well. Maybe he could be better than Impact. I don't know, but Someday's kind of weird for me. And then FBI, Danny is going to be like 20 years old. If you're watching this, Danny, happy birthday. And I'm not sure if Danny can come back. I don't think he'll ever will because of his situation, with his head, and I hope he's okay. But for FBI to try and replace Danny, he has to be on crack. And I don't mean like the white powder stuff. I mean he's gonna be literally on crack. Playing champions like he never before, play the style and ever he playing like aggressive style, of course. He doesn't have to do that, of course. His play style is not great, but will his play style match the way that that Evil Geniuses does? And that'll be a huge question. And of course, JoJo is the young face that now everybody in Evil Genius is looking up to, and probably everybody in LCS looking up to. He's brash, he's cocky, but he's also incredible, and now be great for the LCS and great for the team as a whole. So I'm looking at this Evil Geniuses squad, and I'm kind of, I'm gonna buy this team because, yes, FBI and someday gonna be the big question marks, but they kept some of the same score. JoJo's an incredible challenge for a 20-year-old, mind you. And I feel like this Evil Geniuses team is going to do well. I don't know if they can win LCS, but they will probably do well to test like top 2, top 3 team in the LCS, and that'll be fine for them. TSM, Solo, Bugi, Maple, Neo, Chime. Okay, so new team from the Chinese, thing. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, TSM, after like 2 rough finishes in the LCS and everything that's going on with it, it's been, transitional, change the squad, Solo, Bugi, Maple, Neo, and Chime. Maple is okay, but this is a hard sell for me. This is not disrespectful to TSM, but maybe I'll be proven wrong, but TSM's squad does not scream championship quality. It screams like a team just trying to claw into 8th place and maybe make the playoffs kind of thing. And I just don't see TSM manage to do that. That's a sell for me. Immortals, Revenge, Kenvi, Ablaze Alvin, Tactical, Fleshy. Okay. So Tactical is here. Good. Ablaze Olive, he's back. That's okay. Revenge is okay. Kenvi is okay. And Flashy is okay as well. This Immortal seems it's pretty good. I don't know about Tactical. I mean, I don't know if Tactical can like pop off like he did from Team Liquid TSM days. That'll be to see. I know Blaze Alvis is back after a long time absent. Maybe it might help him or not. It depends on the meta as well. So it is tough. I love to buy this team because I think Immortals are all fine, better than like the dumpster fire that they have, from the last year. So I feel like this is a sell for me. This is a sell from Immortals. So far we have like what? 1 buy, 4 sells so far. It's not looking great. Let's see in the second half of the squad. Dignitas, Armet, Centauran, Jensen, Spawn, and Ignar. So hey, Jensen gets a team. Great. He's not sitting on the bench anymore. Ignar, okay, pretty good. Spawn is okay. Centauran, pretty good jungler, pretty okay jungler. And then you got Armet. Oh boy, we need to talk about Armet. Look, Armet, you're a wonderful guy. You're a nice dude. You're a funny, lovable personality, but you've been having way too much nar in your diet. You just ate way too much nar in your diet. You probably have cat hair. You probably have cat hair in the back of your throat right now, and it's not looking healthy. And I think many people were skeptical about it. Jensen, and Centauran, they're fine because they both play on Team Liquid. It's gonna be a weird little reunion to see these two, but I think the mid jungle synergy could be okay for them. Ignar and Spawn are pretty okay for them. So do I feel like I need to buy the Dignitas squad? Maybe. Jensen and Centauran alone is great, but I feel like they need to sell them. Armet has not had a great last year compared to his 2021 splits. He has not been good. He's been more of a liability than an asset. And that'll be a big question to me, like the pool. How can he expand his championship pool more? And that'll be a huge question for him. Because if Armor goes, so does probably his team. And it doesn't matter how good Centauran and Jensen is. If top lane goes, so does the rest of the team. Because top lane is getting like big this year. Top lane is getting like most of the focus next year. So if Armor cannot do well in the top lane, that's probably smell troubles for Dignitas. CLG, Dokla, Contracts, Palafox, Luger, Puma, Poom. They kept the whole squad. CLG just kept the whole squad. Good for them. Very, very good for them. And I love this team to bits. In fact, I'm gonna buy this team because I love this team to bits. I feel like this is the most exciting CLG team they have since like the old CLG 2016, 17 days when they made it to MSI finals and faced off against T1. So I can say this, that this is the most exciting CLG team ever. They finally won a playoff series for like eons. And now you can say that CLG, by keeping the roster and hopefully the meta might stays, might be a much better team than last year. And I think they might get top 4, you know, you got their usual suspects in the top 3, but keeping the squad, you know, keeping that fun bunch and lug squad and develop and grow with the squad is going to help CLG a lot. And plus, they're fun, they're incredible, their playstyle was incredible, their matchup against Cloud9 was incredible. They just showcased that they can go toe-to-toe with virtually anybody. So, I feel like I can buy the CLG and buy the Fate, you know. It's gonna be really interesting to see how CLG go, but thank goodness they kept the whole squad together. Because if they wouldn't like losing 1 or 2 players on the squad, I might sell them. I might sell the whole CLG squad and say, why do you have to do this? Last year's team was incredible. Last player's team was amazing and incredible, and changing it will not do anything. But they kept the squad. I'm happy for them. Hopefully they'll do more. Cloud9, Fudge, Blabber, Diplex, Berserker, Sven. So all but the mid lane. And Diplex is alright, but the rest of the squad looks good. Okay, the rest of the squad looks absolutely good. I'm glad they decided to keep the squad that won the whole thing in the summer. Berserker is amazing. Sven is probably gonna get used to the support thing as well. Can't play enchanters all the time, man. Blabber is gonna like, you know, steal like 15 crowds per minute. And Fudge is okay. Fudge was okay in the top lane. He was a pretty okay top lane. I mean, mid lane is a question mark, but I will buy the whole C9 team because, you know, the Cloud9 team was incredible. They were just like, you know, pieced together and clobbered up to make a good roster. And in fact, they managed to do it. It was incredible. And now Berserker's gonna have 1 more year of experience on his belt, and it'll be good for him. But yeah, I think C9 will be okay. I'm gonna buy this team. I'm gonna buy this team right now. Team Liquid, Summit, Harry, Yon, Core JJ. Now there's only one name I never left out. It's the jungle. Guess who they buy? Frickin' Piyoshik. World Championship DRX jungler Piyoshik. Like damn. Man, David Arquette, you done it again. Like my goodness. An all Korean lineup with Piyoshik in there. It's insane. I did tweet about like, you know, over under miss mites in a split, which is kind of like a jokingly thing, but you know, have you seen the miss mites? Have you seen the misplays he did in the Worlds? I mean, look, no, let's not bash him. All right, he's a good jungler. He's a world championship jungler. He made some other good plays. You know, stole the Cloud Dragon, used the respite on the Elder Dragon. He made some good plays. He made mistakes, but he also made good plays. You know, being a jungler is really, really hard. You know, decision making and all the stuff. And you know, he's a world championship, and we're not. We're just like iron and Heartthrob Gold. So who do I care? This squad is decent. It's fine. Core JJ is probably gonna be the driver of this team, and he's been this team for what, like, I don't know, 4 years by now. He's been vocal about the North America scene. He's been vocal about, you know, everything else about the North America. So he's probably like the de facto leader of this region, despite the fact he's from Korea. But he's been like the de facto leader of Team Liquid and probably the region itself. So you now, you know, hand over the keys. So now for David Arquette to hand over the keys to Core JJ, a guy who's been to this team longer than anybody else, who's have some good moments, some bad, but he's been there. For him to now lead this team, all Korean team, it's gonna be really difficult for them. Now, Piyoshik and Summit. You know, Summit, by the way, is an MVP, was a spring MVP before he moved to FBX, but that squad looks absolutely tasty. The mid and bot is going to be a little bit interesting, but Summit is back. Piyoshik is going to be. We don't know about Piyoshik in North America. It's going to be tough for him. Adapting from the Korean style to the LCS style is going to be tough, but Kindred in the LCS. Oh, it's been a while since we have a Kindred in the LCS. I want you to go in the comments right now to see how the last time we have a Kindred play in the pro play, in the LCS pro play. I want you to give me a good guess. Go down in the comments right now, like the video, share the video with all your people, and tell me the last time Kindred was played in the LCS game, or probably a pro game or something, in the league, not in Worlds or anything. But I will probably buy this Team Liquid team. I mean, this Korean squad is interesting. It's probably unique. It's going to be a lot of difficulties, but I want to see how this goes. I want to see if this team can work together and play well. So it's going to be it's going to be an experiment, but I'm fun with experiments. I mean, Cloud9 did it with LS, and sadly did not work out, but I'm fun with experience. And then you got FlyQuest. Impact, Speaker, Vikla, Prince, and Elia. Prince from Sandbox, he was really good for that Sandbox team. A really good Sandbox team. This close to making the Worlds. Now seeded by the World Champions. Prince versus Piyoshik. Oh boy, that's a really tasty matchup right now. FlyQuests are okay. Impact is very good, and I think Impact will be the leader of this team as usual. Speaker is pretty good. He's the he was a pros MVP. Prince is okay. Area was the support from the Team Liquid Academy team, so he's also okay. So yeah, I think FlyQuests are okay. FlyQuests are pretty much okay. So I'm gonna buy this team. I mean, losing Jose Dodo and then Tokulu was really suckish. I like the players they have, and Aframu. I'm looking at this list, and Aframu's not in the squad. So I think that means that Aframu, gonna be down in the academy scene, or maybe it's just like he's done after like playing for so long. So yeah, and it's gonna be tough for him. But I look at this FlyQuest squad with the new ownership they have with the Florida Panthers and all those things. This FlyQuest team is going to be boom or bust. And I'm going to buy it right now, but it's going to be really difficult for me to see if this FlyQuest team can compete with the elite. Who knows? So I got 100 Thieves. I got 100 Thieves Cell. I got Golden Guardian Cell. I got EG Dubai, TSM Cell, Immortal Cell, Dignitas Cell, CLG buy, Cloud9 buy, Team Liquid buy, FlyQuest buy. So I think we got like a 6-4 buy and sell thing, which is pretty good. Which is like, all right, it's decent. Some of the teams are great. Some of the teams are veterans on the squad who can probably help some of the players off. Some of them have youth. I think this is okay. I think this is a pretty decent LCS rosters that they have. So how do I look at this region? I feel like this region is gonna be okay. I feel like this region from a production standpoint is going to be okay. But I'm kind of worried about the viewership and everything like that. So I'm feeling like I'm going to sell this region. It's going to be difficult. If this region can at least be successful after the disaster that they have. I feel like there's no way to go but up for this region. They're already in rock bottom. They're already in hell. The least they can do is to at least play decent, to have a decent showing in both MSI and Worlds. So this is a make or break year for the LCS. The sponsorship deals is gonna be The players gonna come in old and new. Hopefully, can help the younger players out, and hopefully you can, rekindle that energy the old players have. It's going to be really, really difficult to see where this region goes from here. Because I really want this region to succeed. I want the LCS to do well, to achieve well, to win a lot, and to have a team go into Worlds and not just get scared or play like Korean teams. Oh no, they're frightening me. No, no, no. I want them to be brave. I want them to go out there, be brave, go toe to toe with them. And if you lose against an LPL and LCK team, who cares? At least you can show that you have effort. I want to see effort. I want to see courage. I want to see bravery from this LCS team. I want to see blood. Not actual blood, but real, graphical, beat down, punch in the gut, down in the ground, Ura style blood. You know what I mean? Sorry, too much JoJo in my brain. But hey, yeah. It's gonna be a big year for the LCS next year with the new schedule and the new players coming in and probably new stuff. And it's gonna be really interesting to see where this goes. So, yeah, I will be talking about one of the minor regions for the LEU tomorrow. It's gonna be like, I think it's a Prime League. It is the Prime League. Yeah, it's a Prime League. Yeah, Prime League. So I'm gonna like, talk about some of the minor regions, the big regions from the EMA Masters in Europe. That's coming up tomorrow because, hey guys, no World Cup until Friday, so I'm gonna be like slamming all the videos down and talking crap about League of Legends because that's what I'm gonna do. So, yeah, this has been fun, talking about this. This has been talk about it, educational. Look, here's the thing, LCS. I'm gonna treat LCS like a person now. I'm gonna treat LCS like a dad, talking to his son who's done a lot of bad things to them. Look, LCS, you are not crap. You are terrible sometimes, but you are not crap. You have an opportunity right now, next year, to prove the whole world wrong. To just shut all the haters up. You have all those good people. You have all good people there. You have all the good talent you have. You have all the good skills. We just want you to be good. We just want this region to be good. All we ask is to make LCS great again. That's all we want. We do not want esports North America to be relying on an FPS shooter that is created by the same company, mind you. By the same company. We don't want like Valorant to become the biggest news thing in North America and have more success. No. We want North America to be successful in League of Legends. I want North America to be successful in League of Legends. I'm from Jamaica, man. I am close to North America that I have to Europe. And yet I'm supporting Europe rather than North America because North America sucks ass. Oh, sorry. I can't say the N word. But the point remains. Okay? The LCS needs to be good for the fans, the people to have belief again. This world have made all the people like lose all belief in them. But now you have an opportunity right here, right now, with all the squad that you have and with all the people watching, to show up, to prove the world that your region can do this. You can do this. You can do this. All you have to do is to put some time and effort to do it. Just put some time and effort. Just like I'm putting time and effort to making these videos. For all you guys. Time and effort and passion and bravery and courage. And that's the things you need, LCS. So go and make your region proud. Please. Or else I might gonna do another video same time next year and talk about all the problems you have. And you know what? It'll be like a recurring theme, of course. And that's not what you want, right? That's not what you really, really want. So don't make me have to do another video same time next year. Don't make me have to do it. Don't make me have to do it. Don't make me have to do it. Anyways, that's it. So goodbye, everybody. Like, subscribe, comment, and do all this stuff.